Good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to today's live on Hayo'u. Just looking at my slightly marked up face. I was doing an IGTV about extreme gua sha and then had to cover it with makeup, and now I'm looking a little bit like I've been tangoed. Anyway, good evening everyone. Welcome to tonight's live feed, which is all about 1 minute to self-care. Make self-care your New Year's resolution, and we're talking about sleep. Hi Boo, hi guys. That's hence why I'm in my dressing gown. I have got my activewear on underneath it because I'm going to start demonstrating some exciting things to show you. So if you're interested in committing 1 minute to self-care as your New Year's resolution, which we urge you to do. It's lovely to be here, guys. Lovely to be here to support you. It's as much a bit of entertainment as everything else, folks. So the idea of this feed is to talk to you about sleep. And how you can create 1 minute techniques using the Hayo'u method, which will really help you and help you improve your night's sleep. What is it that you need to do to improve your sleep? So I'm in my activewear, covered in a dressing gown, ready to bring you all these amazing techniques to your skin. So good evening, Lucinda. I'm here to talk about sleep. So let's get started. So the idea of the Hayo'u method is that it's all about this 1 minute to self-care. All of the products of Hayo'u have been specifically curated to deliver a punch in 1 minute. And there are techniques that we can give you which is going to improve your sleep. Now, the amazing thing about these products is that they have multiple uses. So if you've been watching this feed on a daily basis, you'll notice that I give you similar techniques for different problems. And the reason is because these problems are merely symptoms of an underlying imbalance. And if you get that underlying imbalance under control, you will start to feel better. All of your symptoms will start to improve, okay? Because they are merely symptoms of an underlying problem. And sleep is one of those. And what happens when the body gets distressed? Do you know what? I'm actually going to go and sit. I'm going to sit in my bathroom, guys, for a minute because I'm quite tired. It's been quite a long day. So given that I'm going to practice what I preach, I'm just going to sit this down here and I'm just going to talk to you. There we go. That's better. Right. So, and I'm also going to put I'm going to put my hairband up. Right. There we go. Right. I'm back. So if I'm going to talk to you about sleep, then I want to get myself basically ready for bed so that I'm kind of in a sort of sleepy mode. So let me just get let me get my gubbins. Let me talk about what I am going to talk to you about. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do this. Right, so we're going to talk about sleep, which means I'm going to be using the body restorer and oil, and I'm going to be using a tapper. And I'm going to sit on the edge of my bath because it's one of those days and I'm going to do it like that, if that's okay. So, yes, avoid the news. Okay, so let me talk to you first about sleep, okay, and why sleep gets disrupted and why it's such a problem. And the reason is because sleep is connected to, sorry, let me just turn that down as well. So I'm fidgeting, guys. I'm going to just give me 1 more second and then I'm going to start. Okay, once and two. Right, that's just going on now. There we go, Mr. Brindle. Oh, right. Okay, I am now ready. I'm now ready to talk to you about sleep. So the thing about sleep is that what it is it's about the circulation. And anyone that follows me over on Katie Brindle will know that I say all the time that the cornerstone of health is circulation. It's the free flow of chi and blood around the body. The body needs that circulation of blood and energy moving uninhibited around itself. And if that doesn't happen, then things go wrong. The energy starts to stagnate. The blood starts to stagnate. You'll start to get aches and pains. Your sleep will get disrupted. The organs won't get fed properly. Then more symptoms will start. It's a slippery slope. And the Chinese masters will say, if you stop low-level signs and symptoms getting a foothold in the body, then more serious illness simply won't take place, okay? So it's imperative for you to listen to your bodies and use self-care like you do with your teeth. You brush your teeth every single day, which is another like 1 or 2 minute practice, right? On the basis that you know that by keeping that plaque under control, you're minimizing the risk of that getting a foothold into the teeth and creating major problems further down the line. And that's exactly the same with the rest of your body. And sleep is simply one symptom of that problem. Now, if you are suffering from bad sleep, what happens is that in your case, the circulation gets disrupted. Now, why? Largely because of the stress response. Because what happens is the circulation naturally is supposed to move to the exterior of the body in the day, where it orbits around the body freely in what we call the yang energy, because it's at the muscles and you're moving around and you're bussing about. And then at night, the same circulation moves internally to nourish the organs. That is the process of your circulation. At day, it goes out, and at night, it comes in. That is like the yin-yang balance. Yang is day, yin is night. That's what happens. So for that to happen, what you need is for the circulation to flow smoothly, to basically be unencumbered as you're orbiting around your day-to-day life, full of oxygen, full of good thoughts, full of good views, full of beauty and nature and wonder and exercise and ambling around and walking around. Now, that's traditionally what used to happen. We were largely agricultural people. This was back in the day. You know, we'd be originally foraging about, sometimes eating, sometimes not. And then we'd start growing things, and then we'd die relatively young. And modern life is not like that. Okay, we tend to live a long time. Our lives are very stressed. They're very sedentary. We are exposed to vast arrays of visual stimulus, like way more than any eyeball was ever designed to kind of accommodate. We used to be outside, just like looking at the fields and sort of taking in a much lower level of stimulus than we get now. And all of this, of course, comes inside the body. The eyes are looking, it comes into the body, into the brain, and in Chinese medicine, into the organs, and then it starts orbiting around in the circulation. Remember, your emotional health is controlled by the organs and circulated by the blood in Chinese medicine, which means whatever it is that you're doing in your day-to-day life is creating an imbalance of that circulation. And normally what it means is that that stress response that I spoke about the other day is normally causing the problem, okay? It's creating negative emotions in the body, toxicity, stress hormones, and pushing the circulation into the muscles for fight or flight. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because then when you come to go to sleep at night, your blood hasn't been sort of exercised and looking at nice views and breathing in fresh air and not really getting overstressed by too much stuff because, you know, it wasn't quite as manic as it is now. It wasn't in this overload situation. So what now happens is that two things. One, the blood gets stuck in the muscles, so can't move to the inside of the body. So you're going to be restless because where's the blood? Where's the blood? That's the conversation. Or two, or both, the blood, if it can get out of the organs, is full of toxicity because it's been shoved full of stress hormones and stimulus and people showing you things that you haven't got or you'd like to have, or better lives than yours, or, you know, or you're frightened because we're in a lockdown and, you know, 1 in 30 people have got COVID and oh my God, I'm going to die, or, you know, all of these things. This is what's going on. This is the internal dialogue of your body, which means if that blood has got half a chance of getting to these organs in the first place at night, it's not really the kind of blood your organs were hoping for. They want relaxed blood. They want oxygenated blood. They want blood vibrating at a high frequency. They want happy, nourished, calm, higher self blood. And they're not getting it. They're either not getting it at all or they're not getting what they want. Okay, now what then happens is often you either collapse into sleep because you're so bloody knackered anyway, you just fall asleep anyway. That does happen. But then you wake up any time between about 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning. That's normally when people who come to me with insomnia, that's when they're waking up. And then you could run the country between 1 and 3 in the morning. You are so awake. Why? Because your liver, which is the organ for detoxification, has got involved and it's doing its job and it's going, oh, don't worry, I'll just detoxify this blood. The body has had enough time to basically almost relax so that the blood's starting to come out of the muscles. The liver gets involved and it goes, oh my goodness, I'm just going to basically ramp up my energy levels. I'm going to clear out this problem, sort out this mess, and then we can all deal with it afterwards. So normally you find once you've had that 2-hour period where you're wide awake, then the blood has been cleaned and it's now where it's supposed to be. So the body goes, oh, great. Okay, now finally I can go back to sleep. And then, of course, you wake up because you have to get up and then you're exhausted and round we go again. That's assuming you've got to sleep in the first place. There are many people that can't even get to sleep in the first place. And that is because the blood is stuck and the organs are kind of wanting the blood. They don't know where to get it from. What a mess. Okay, now the good news is that there is some really simple things that you can do. And if you take that 1-minute resolution to say, I'm going to give myself one, that's your issue between 1 and 3 there. That's your issue and everyone else's, okay? For craft's sake. That's your issue. That's also most people's. That's why I'm saying it, because it's really common, because it's what the body is doing, okay? So what you need to do is commit to your 1 minute of self-care. And in this instance, the 1 minute of self-care is body gua sha, okay? This is why I'm sat, as usual, in like some kind of like bathrobe situation, semi-naked, on the side of my bath, in my bathroom, because this entire brand is here for you in your bathroom. This is the room of self-care, the bathroom. If you're like me, you've actually got a door on it, you've got half a chance of having 5 minutes of peace and quiet, okay? Hot sweats that's a slightly different thing. I can come back to that later on. We're just going to some specifics. Why do you wake up at 4 a.m? That's because the blood has now, because the energy is now in the lungs, okay, in Chinese medicine. And what's happening is the lungs are trying to breathe in deeply oxygenated blood. So what happens is the energy moves into the organs in a cyclical motion. It's 2-hour windows in each of the 12 organs, making 24 hours. It's the circuit of the day. And at 4 a.m, the energy's in the lungs. So either the liver's got involved or the lungs are trying to detoxify via oxygenating the blood, because that's what their job is, to bring it in. This is why, okay? So what we need to do is we commit to our 1 minute of self-care, okay? And what we need to do is gua sha the upper chest. So as usual, time for me to get naked. Right, out comes my shoulder, out comes my sweaty Betty thing, out comes my dignity. Right, there we go. So you want to get to work on your upper body, okay? This is the place to start. So once you've taken off your makeup at night, give yourself enough time to get your sleep under control. The first thing you need to do is get that blood from where it's been stuck out of the muscles, so that blood can start circulating around the body. Now, actually, before I go into the gua sha, the first thing to do, okay, is to get your tapper and slowly tap the body for about, ideally, a minute, because it's a 1 minute. We're giving you 1 minute techniques at the moment. If you've got a little bit longer, you can stretch it, but a minute will do the trick. Now, in the morning, when you tap, I tend to go, right, come on, blah, 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 tap, 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 tap. Now, at night, we slow it down because we're getting ready for sleep, okay? So now, slowly, gently, just gently, all over the body. Just give yourself 1 minute, just 1 minute before you start getting yourself into the gua sha. This is 1 minute. If you do nothing else, tap the body all over. Upper shoulders, this is where we store tension. Look how easy it is to tap my upper shoulders with this tapper. It reaches down that middly bit. This is where we store tension, okay? Thank you, Catherine. It really is. Tapping slowly is so nice. It's the first thing to do. Just tap the neck, the shoulder. If you've got a tapper, just try it tonight. Tap the shoulders, tap the whole body, tap the head. Close your eyes when you're doing it. Breathe slowly. Just allow deep oxygenated blood to come into the body. Remember, the oxygen allows the body to relax. The tapping releases the blood from the muscles. Just follow the direction that we talk about on the ritual, all around the body, all around the abdomen, all around all around the thighs, all around the bum. It's too noisy and you can't tap at night. Sarah, surely you can go to a different room in the house. Can you just go next door and just do it? You can do it like an hour before you go to bed. So that is the tapper. You just slowly tap all over your body. You'll notice just that soporific feeling. Already my energy is starting to kind of calm, okay? So what can you use instead of what you're using now? I won't be able to get that. That's okay, just use your hand. Okay? If you haven't got a tapper, can't afford a tapper, can't get hold of a tapper, and especially here, just here, there's a really important acupuncture areas here. Just drum the body with your hand. If you don't have a tapper, just try it. It's not as good. You're not going to get that upper area, but it'll do the trick for you to start, okay? So tap the body. Give yourself a minute to self-care. If sleep is your problem, resolve to tap your body for 1 minute a day to start allowing the circulation to move into its yin position in the body. Breathe slowly whilst you're tapping. If you don't want to tap, you don't have a tapper, or you quite fancy doing something as well as the tapping to really get your sleep under control, this is where we move to the gua sha. So first thing, the gua sha oil. Okay, now this oil specially formulated for this purpose. The idea of the Hayo'u body oil is it's got special ingredients which are designed to relax the body. Okay, these are the reasons why I chose the ingredients in the first place. This is things like lotus, lang lang, frankincense. They relax the body. They start inducing a beautiful state of sleep. This is the first thing that you need to start working on. Okay, so allow the oil to come in all over the upper body. You'll start to notice the fragrance straight away. Breathe it in slowly. Whilst you're doing these exercises, breathe slow breaths down into the lower belly. This is why Hayo'u is a method. Okay, it's not just roll up, buy something and don't come back till you need something else. It's actually, it all links together. It's like a lovely, beautiful puzzle. So the oil complements the tool complements your body, the breath complements the action, and the whole thing starts to envelop you into the sleep mode, okay? So breathing slowly, breathe down into the lower belly, smiling down with each stroke. Take the rounded edge of the body restorer and start to get to work on your chest. Open the chest with the routine. Just slowly, 6 sweeps across the chest. You'll start to notice that blood circulation starting to present itself at the surface of the skin, opening the chest, opening the heart, allowing the airways to just bring in that much needed oxygen, stretching the chest back open after a day of going like this, all this going on, opening it back up, allowing the heart to open, just allowing the chest to receive the benefits of this treatment. Slowly stretch it across the tissues, then use the rounded edge here, slowly sweep across the up of the body like this. You can reach so much of the upper back just by yourself. Just sweep it down. There, now you're just allowing that blood to just move itself into the body. If you wish, you can gua sha all over your body like this. Just give yourself a few minutes to massage. But if 1 minute is the commitment, then you simply work on the upper body, okay? It's so easy. That's the first thing to do. Just allow this upper area of the body to just absorb the benefits of the deep oxygenated blood orbiting into the body. As you stretch the skin and the tissues and the fibers, and you're breathing in that lovely relaxing oil, you're going to make a massive difference to how you sleep, okay? Yes, you can gua sha over old scar tissue. Media, Jim, I can't read your thing, sorry, I've got bright lights on me. Catherine, could you just put up Katie the Skin Whisperer, please? As guys, if you've got specific things that you need to address, okay, when it comes to the tools or conditions and you want to bespoke it, my head therapist who's worked with me for 10 years, Katie _ the Skin Whisperer _ okay, she will be able to bespoke. Now is a really good time to just invest a little bit of time if you need a bit of one-to-one attention, okay? But your basic content I'm giving you here, okay? So it's a really simple relaxation technique. Very simple, no charger, no battery. You're not pressing it in, you're just using the metal implement and the rounded edge, and you're simply press stroking, sort of sweeping across the body. If you've bought a beauty restorer, if you have tried face gua sha, and you trust me that I was indeed right, facial gua sha is a game changer for your beauty technique. And actually, she's right, actually, she's quite interesting. Trust me with body gua sha, it's exactly the same. It's brilliant, it works. Body gua sha has been used for thousands of years to treat pain, inflammation, strengthen immunity, to clear coughs and to clear fevers, and it's also being used to support sleep. We have hundreds of testimonies of people saying how much this has supported their sleep and how much it's benefited them. So I promise you it works. Now, that's the upper body. So far I've given you 2 1-minute techniques, one with the tapper, one with the body restorer, with the oil at the top of the body. That's the starting point. Now, there's one more I can teach you today, okay? And that is the art of foot bathing. It's really useful. I'm just going to move the camera, guys, okay? So just bear with me because obviously I'm on my own here. So I'm just going to move the camera round to my sink. This is where it all took place, okay? Guys, excuse all my Trini makeup behind me. You see, I am nothing if not truthful. Right, so I'm going to have the camera over here because let's move Trini out. Sorry, Trini. Trini, who I hope is feeling better. Poor thing. Right. I want to get that angled onto my sink. Why? Because I want to talk to you about foot bathing and foot massage. Now, if you were lucky enough to get Hayo'u shower minerals in your Santa stocking, then obviously we have the Hayo'u shower minerals for you to use. Now, I have mine in a pump dispenser because I get it in bulk and I don't like throwing bottles away. So give me 1 second, guys. So if you have the Hayo'u shower minerals, do please use them because they carry the same fragrances as the oil and everything else. It's enveloping you, okay? Now, if you can get yourself a flannel, and if you don't have a flannel, like a tea cloth, give yourself warm water. Now, all I do, honestly, this is so simple. I basically just get my foot and I just literally foot bathe, okay? It is the best thing that you can do before you go to sleep. And then once you've done that, then you can give yourself an extra foot massage with the body restorer. So you get your Hayo'u shower minerals and you just literally just wash your feet. It's the most amazing technique, okay, guys? It really helps you get that energy that's up in the brain down into the lower body. Use your rescue breath. Use that lovely deep breath. Give yourself a minute to foot bathe. If you're suffering from sleep, pledge now to try this during the rest of January to see if it helps. Test it. Don't just take my word for it. And now all the other people that have tried it and said, actually, it works. So basically, that's the first thing. I can feel already my body is really relaxing as I'm bathing my feet. Okay, so that's the first part. Having bathed your feet, you would then probably sit on the floor. I wouldn't do the next bit with my foot stuck here, but in the interest of me actually showing you, then all you do is you get your Hayo'u oil again, because you're staying on the same fragrance. Rub the oil into your feet like this. So you're giving yourself really lovely foot massage. Then you take your body restorer, okay? This is why these tools are so brilliant, because they work on so many different levels. You just take your body restorer, you go down the tops of the feet. You can really feel it working. It's really good. The reason why tools are so good, okay, is because your fingertips, which pick up the nerve endings much more quickly than any other pleasure signal in the body, will start. If you're rubbing your feet, try it yourself. If you've got a crystal or a body restorer, you see, if I rub my feet with my hands, I'm feeling the sensation on my fingertips rather than on my foot. The minute I hold the tool in my fingertips, my brain's gone, oh right, she's holding the tool in her fingertips. Okay, right. Then when I start press stroking it over my feet, I'm purely receiving the sensation on my feet, you see. So therefore it's much better now if you've got any kind of painful ankles or any kind of arthritic areas or any kind of plantar fasciitis, rubbing the body restorer over the feet is really, really satisfying, okay? Now, then you can use the double-ended bit here to go over your toes, okay? So just basically just allow that lovely massage technique to go over the areas of the foot. And what you'll find by doing this, okay, is that the energy from the brain, just like try it, oh my God, it feels so amazing as you go up the inside. The energy that's normally up in the brain going at you at night is going down into the feet and it's descending into the body. You're grounding the body and allowing that energy to go all the way down. And it's literally a minute, okay? Then you can use the body restorer and just go down the inside of the feet. So on the top, you go towards the toes, and on the foot, you go away from the toes, okay? And that's literally all you have to do. And you'll notice from doing it, it feels really good. If you're slightly tickly, that's because the circulation isn't moving properly in the first place. So if you're tickly feet, use your flannel first with the water, then massage with your fingertips just to get your feet used to the touch, okay? And then get going with your body restorer, okay? It's the best technique. You don't have to do it with your foot over the sink like this, okay? You're very capable of just doing it on the bathroom floor or something like that, but it's the best. Oh my God, it's so good. Have I extolled the benefits of foot bathing enough, folks? Because it is the most fantastic technique. I mean, literally, I can feel my feet like really relaxed. and the energy is kind of getting heavy in my body. It's getting me ready to go into that yin phase of sleep because it's starting to go like this. So it's a really, really good technique, okay? So your feet are very tickly. That's okay, Nutty. What you do is you just give them a good massage first, and then you just dynamically just like stretch across. You'll find it will improve. And again, if you're interested in taking 1 minute to self-care this January, which I really urge you to do, okay? Try these techniques, try them out. Give yourself a week where you say, for 1 minute every day this week, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to try it, okay? And then see how you feel, okay? Judge yourself out of 10. If 1 is brilliant and 10 is dreadful, just judge yourself right now. How good is my sleep? Is it 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10? And give yourself these 1 minute techniques to see how you get on, okay? So does it make your feet slippery? Well, yeah, but normally, Sarah, you put slippers on and then you go to bed, which is what you want. You want them nice and moist with that lovely oil. So now suddenly you're cocooned with this gorgeous fragrance that you've got going on in the body. So there we go. They are my 1 minute techniques to improve your sleep. Tap slowly, gua sha the upper body with the oil, foot bathe your feet, and gua sha your feet with the body restorer. I promise you those techniques will make a massive difference to how you feel. And this is what Hayo'u is here to do. Let's use this lockdown as an opportunity to actually engage with these products, max out all of the different things that these products can do. One product can do so much for your body because these products are distilled from this amazing lineage of wisdom that has served billions of people for thousands of years. I can't honestly rate it enough. I'm proud to be one of its very vocal mouthpieces. Anyway, that's more than enough for me this evening. Do please, if you have any particular questions, either email them in to me, or if you want a one-to-one session, do please talk to Katie the Skin Whisperer. She will be here to help you and bespoke the tailor-made lessons to your particular problems. I will be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning over on Katie Brindle, where I'll be bringing you a free Qigong class every morning. So look forward to meeting you in the morning. Do join me tomorrow, if not at 6 o'clock, where we will be going into I've Forgotten. Again, I can never remember what the next day's thing is. Sorry, I'm a bit in the moment right now. We're back at 6. It'll be up on the stories. Have a great evening, guys. See you tomorrow.